Hey team, I was talking with a client yesterday and I was reflecting on how amazing it is because she was amazed. She said to me, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I actually don't feel shame and guilt for the very first time ever in my entire life. And now this isn't news to me because I've been doing this for 15 years, but for her who has never experienced this kind of inner work before, it was huge. It was amazing and it was transformational, and it absolutely is amazing and huge and transformational. And the thing is, when we look at David Hawkins' scale of consciousness and the levels of consciousness which I'm really powerfully working with these days, when you look at the scale of consciousness of emotions, shame and guilt and fear are right down the bottom. They keep you trapped and reactive and making decisions out of fear, making decisions out of your shadow self. So we need leaders that are unafraid to live out of their greatest self, to live out of love, to lead with their heart and to make the right decisions and be unafraid to annoy people, unafraid to piss people off, unafraid to be misunderstood and to do something that is out of the box. We really need leaders who are willing to make a change in this world. Like, you don't need to look very far in the news to see that our world is in a state of flux. A very wise evolutionary philosopher, David Schmachtenberger, with a fabulous name, says that our world is simultaneously getting exponentially better and also exponentially worse at the same time. So that means that you can't actually say that it's getting better or worse because it's simultaneously doing both. So in a time like this, it means that the system that we're currently living in is destabilizing. It means it's kind of going up and down and up and down and up and down. It's destabilizing and it's ready for a huge shift. And many of us who are sensitive to these kinds of things, it's almost like we can feel it, right? You can feel that there is a change in the air, that radical things are about to happen. And so whether that happens in a week or a year or in 100 years, the change is happening, right? And so if you feel called to be a part of that change, then it's time for you to be able to lift up out of your denser emotions, out of those fear-based, shame-based, guilt-based, dogmatic programming, and live as your best self. And so what stops us from being and becoming the leader that we want to be? Fear, right? It's fear, it's shame, it's dogma, it's being afraid of what people will think, being afraid of what will happen, being afraid of not being able to pay the bills, all of those things that stop us from being able to think creatively to come up with solutions to meet that outcome. So I believe, and it is kind of backed up by many spiritual texts, I believe that each of us has a special mission that we are sent here to fulfill. That's what I believe. I believe that we each have a special mission that we are sent here to fulfill on earth, and that is almost programmed into our DNA, that is ready to awaken. And a part of our suffering, a part of the challenges that we face and the things that we go through is a part of our message. A fabulous little summary statement that I've heard Marcy Locke say before: your mess is your message. Your mess is your message. So if your mess is your message and you are living in shame, then you are not going to step into the message that you are born to release into the world, that you have struggled through and suffered through to learn, because you'll be so ashamed of your mess that you never speak your message, right? When you're so ashamed and feeling guilty and like, oh, this is the worst thing ever, then you will never get to speak your message and bring your leadership, your unique voice into the world. And we need you more than ever. So I'm really excited to bring this magnetic leadership into the world, because this is a part of my message. It's a part of my leadership and what I'm brought here to do, to bring more grace into leadership, more grace into business, more grace into our hearts, so that we can be compassionate with the parts of ourselves that are still hiding and afraid, that are almost like little children that need love and care and compassion and kindness. And when we can be loving and caring and compassionate with all of those parts of ourselves that are hiding, that are afraid, then we gain this great sense of strength that then allows us to face up to the slings and arrows of those other people who are still acting from those childish, scared places, right? If anyone tries to tear you down in your leadership, then it just shows that they are still acting out of fear. They are still reacting from that place that is afraid themselves. So when you deal with your own and you heal your own inner wounds, then you become impervious. You gain this kind of force field around you that becomes impervious to the slings and arrows of other people's judgments and projections. So if you are interested and willing and wanting to step into greater leadership, but you are afraid, but you are ashamed of certain, things that you've done in your past, newsflash, we've all done shameful things in our past. We've all made mistakes. We've all done people wrong. We've all, made errors and done things that are bad, right? By moral judgments. Everybody has. That's a part of being human. And so the more that you can come to grips with that, with forgiving yourself, with making right as well as you can, and having compassion for yourself through those messy parts of life, the more you can gracefully and powerfully step into your leadership and do what you are meant to do on this earth, to really live out your purpose and live out your magnetic leadership. And there are people who are waiting to follow you, who are waiting to learn from your message. And so as you step into your greater leadership, then the ripples change. And this is what helps to really change the world and move the world forward in this evolutionary ascension journey that we are on. I'm super excited to bring you a very, very exciting offer soon. It's coming together now, this new program about magnetic leadership, and I'm really excited to share it with you soon. So if you're excited to and you're ready to get past the guilt and the shame and the dogma and move into your magnetic leadership, then just type the word leader below and I will be sure to keep you in the loop when it is ready to release into the world. Mwah. Lots of love. Go be awesome today.